So welcome guys to another episode of Around the Loop. I'm very thankful to actually have our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Miles Morales, here today with us on Around the Loop. So I want to give him a warm round of applause, everybody. Thank you for being on this episode today.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share my voice out there.
Thank you. So let's get into it. I wanted to ask you as a superhero, what's your mission for Oceanside?
Well, for one, I don't call myself a superhero.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do the good thing,
Yes.
just with the mask, as everybody's known hero, Spider-Man. And my goal for Oceanside really is just spread the happiness, love, and joy throughout Oceanside. Just do volunteer events if needed, just with that with the mask and just everything. Trying to make people happy, especially little kids. Giving them core memories.
Let's talk about some of those memories and stuff. Like what are some memorable events that you've had? As Spidey, as volunteer work. What
was last year. They did a Christmas sunset market.
Okay.
And the amount of just interactions I got was like unbelievable. And that was like my second month as being SoCali Spider-Man. But literally one mother let me hold their baby just to take a picture. And it's like,
that's so awesome.
You trust me with this? Like, you don't know me. But other than that, like all the kids had a blast. I took a picture with Santa Claus.
That's so cool.
The chief of the fire department, some police officers. It was just fun.
That's awesome.
I think that's the most memorable moment of me being here.
And are you planning to do that again this year?
Yes.
Okay. That's exciting. We might have to do a follow-up episode, a little bonus episode, or a follow-up episode when you do your event out here in Oceanside for the Christmas part.
I'm down.
Love to, let the folks around the loop and show them his true talent. So I wanted to ask, like, what made you take this mantle up? Why or what made you choose this mantle?
It's a funny story because
Let's go for it.
Last year I was thinking about moving back home.
Okay.
Because Cali was like seemed a bit too much for me, and I was like, you know what? It's my last year, potentially last year. Let me go all out for Halloween.
Okay.
So I got my first Spider-Man suit, which was the PlayStation 5 Spider-Man suit.
Yes.
From the new Spider-Man that just came out last year, and we were just doing pictures on the not this parking garage, but the other one.
Okay.
And then by the time I came down, everyone was like, Spider-Man, can we get a picture? I was like, yeah, sure. And then I got I want to say 10 pictures that day, just walking back to the car.
That's awesome.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me try it again the next day, which was Sunset Market.
Ooh, there you go.
Everybody lost their
it.
mind. They were like, oh my gosh, Spider-Man. Can we get a picture? And I was like, yeah. And then that's how I got most of my followers that day. And I was like,
wow,
I got to make an Instagram. So,
there you go.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And wow, one day at the Sunset Market. So I noticed on your profile, because I came across your profile, and to let everybody know, the audience of Around the Loop, I came around Spider-Man's profile on Instagram, and I saw what he was doing for the community. I saw what he was doing for the kids and everything, and I just loved it. I love putting people out there, showing what they're doing for the community, what good, and that's what Oceanside's all about. That's what we're here today at the amphitheater today with Spider-Man at the beach. Like, this is a blessing. And so, I wanted to ask you, let's talk about your upcoming in life. If you want to talk about, your personal life as Miles Morales, your upcoming to Miles Morales, or you want to talk about, your upcoming as Spider-Man. It's however you want to go for it.
So, except for my photographer and I want to say 5 other people, nobody knows who I am.
Okay, hey, and that's awesome. No, that's awesome to keep it like that. Really, it really is.
Really fits in the character as well.
No,
especially for the kids. Like, even if I need to eat or drink in public, I'll just lift that up a little bit. Nobody will know. But other than that, I've had a pretty good 1 year. I mean, I know it's gonna take a lot of work, which I'm down the freaking grind.
Yes, sir.
To get everybody to know me more, but freaking sometimes when you dream big, you gotta grind.
I know, 100%.
Doesn't happen the first week, the first hour.
No, it doesn't.
And you gotta give it time, and that's what I'm doing. I'm also praying to God, hoping that it gets me to more places around this community,
And it will, and just be not even just this community, man. You're gonna go and beyond that. You're gonna go beyond Oceanside. You'll be out there for San Diego, for actually all of Southern California, and I can see this. I can see the future, and I can see you doing big, being out there. I can see you and your photographer. You guys are gonna go far, and I believe in you guys.
I appreciate
I really do.
You.
And it's a blessing. Like I said, it's a blessing to have this opportunity with you. And I know, like you said to me as well, and it goes vice versa. And so, I wanted to ask you, like, is there any favorite foods that you like? Anything that, in general, or any places you like to enjoy out here?
Mountain Mike's Pizza.
Okay, let's talk about Mountain Mike's Pizza.
Mountain
What's
Mike's
good? What's good?
Pizza.
Put me on something good then.
I forgot what it was called. It was one of their sandwiches. Because I only been there once. And I was like, I need to go here again. I just never been there. And then Valerie's Taco Shop.
Okay.
That's down the road.
I have to check that out. I haven't been there yet. I have not been to
Carne asada quesadilla.
Ooh, that's
slaps.
fire.
It slaps.
That's fire. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's some good stuff. And then you said about the Sunset Market. Because I noticed on your Instagram page, which I'm gonna put out there for the audience, you guys can see that, you guys are gonna see his Instagram page on there, and make sure you go give him a follow and a like and everything, and support his media as well. But I noticed there was other Spider-Man and Spider Girl there, Spider Gwen.
So
let's talk about that.
The other Miles Morales, that was my first suit. And my buddy was like, hey, I want to go out with you. I want to see what you're experiencing. Okay. I was like, I hope it fits you. So he puts it on. Minor rips, but not too much to notice. And then we got out there, and then the Spider Girl, that is actually my fiance.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are a duo. Oh wow, we'll have to do a future episode with both of you guys. She's
awesome. A little bit camera shy, and I've been trying to convince her to come back because that one time, she's like, "Oh, I can't wait to wear the Spider-Man suit with you. Freaking experience what you're experiencing." That one night, she got a lot of attention, more than me. She even held a kid for a picture.
That's awesome.
And then after that, she's like, I kind of want to go back, but she hasn't yet because she's camera shy, or else she's just busy.
I see. And congratulations on you being engaged, man. I know that's a big step in life. That's a big commitment, and like I've told people in my audience, I've told my guests before in other episodes, like stay dedicated to your loved one. Stay true to them,
especially for somebody that is supporting for what you were doing.
Exactly, 100%. They are your rock. They are your foundation. So don't throw it away for for some temptation. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Things aren't working out. You can talk out of it. If talking it out doesn't work, then
her and I are a solid team,
and that's great. And I'm very happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Do you guys have a wedding date set, or do you guys, or just it's in the future?
It's in the future.
No, that's okay.
We're still planning that. Yeah. We're still planning that.
You guys planning to either do a church wedding, or are you doing like a private event? Because I just want to let you know, and let the guests know. I've let them know before, but I am an ordained minister.
Yes. Oh, really?
Under the state of California, yes, I am, and I have my certification. I can actually show you. I really do. So if you in the future, we can work something out. I got you. Not a problem. And all we have to do is take care of it at the courthouse. You're good. I'll do it for free.
I'll keep that in mind. But what I told her, it's up to you. Don't come ask me. It's up to you. I don't care where we do it, as long as it's our big day.
That's awesome, man. And I'm very happy for you.
Actually, speaking of which, we got engaged right behind this building. Right
really?
Here. Yep.
Oh, I have to see the pictures down the road. That's a blessing, man. That really is, and I'm very happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, I wish you guys the best. Do you guys have any children yet?
No.
No. Okay, not yet. Okay, no. Okay, no spider baby yet. Okay, not yet. It'll be there. That's awesome though. And any dogs? Any cats? Any animals? Pets?
No. As of right now, we both live alone.
Okay.
Just trying to get the year.
Yeah.
Just to know each other, see what our
cool.
attitudes, our characters is like before we okay, let's add one more thing or person to the household.
No, that's awesome, man. That's really good that you guys have that planned out, and at least you can strategize on that. That's really good. That's really good. And so I wanted to ask, did you have the chance to go to Comic-Con last year?
I have not.
No, are you trying to go this year? I know tickets are super hard to get by.
Yes, they're super hard to get only because people like to buy them the first week, and the next thing you know, it's like sold out, and it's like
instantly.
But at the same time, for as much as I want to go to Comic-Con, I don't think me showing up to Comic-Con, to everybody else, they would think that it's just another dude in a costume.
I see. Okay,
but I wear this costume for a reason. It's not because, hey, look, I'm Spider-Man. No, I do it because for the good of the community, spread happiness, love, and joy throughout the community. I don't think anybody at Comic-Con would get that. That's why I try to avoid Comic-Con. But if I went without the suit, I would go.
Okay, I see. Yeah, and it does make a difference. I understand because you are going to run into 101 bajillion.
Especially since Spider-Man is
popular,
a popular superhero. He's going to be
everywhere, and every single variant too. So okay, and do you plan on doing any short films anytime soon, or do you
Like
you know,
reels?
that's yeah, no, like an actual little short film on yourself? Like,
I
you plan to do
want
that?
to.
Yeah.
I want to so bad. It's just also with timing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also thinking of equipment wise,
Mhm.
and then which building, which business would allow us to film.
Okay, and what if I'm just throwing this out there, I can get you the help for that. I have some folks from that are around the Loop podcast team. Well, they're the artists that I interview, but they're willing to help too. Some of them have equipment too for videoing and stuff like that, and they're very great at their craft. So I can reach out to them and ask them, and see what they say. I think they would love to be able to work with you. The opportunity.
I'm all ears, and I bet you my photographer you would like to come too, yeah?
No, and I would love for you to be a part of it too as well. For the folks out there, I would love for you to be part of his journey as well. Like, you guys are a team together, and that is key. That is key as well. And so wanted to ask you, like, is there any video games that you've been playing out there that you want to tell the folks from around the loop that you like to play?
Get Black Ops 6.
Okay.
Get Black Ops 6. That's all I'm going to say.
What system do you prefer, though? That's the question.
PlayStation 5.
Okay, hey, nothing wrong with that.
PlayStation 5. Because if you think about it,
Mhm.
Xbox doesn't have all the Spider-Man games.
That's 100% true.
Or God of War.
That's also true.
And The Last of Us.
That's also
and
true.
the list just keeps going. The only thing
Big
Xbox
facts.
has is Halo.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm sorry, Xbox, but
Not trying to
PlayStation
down
5
on
is
them.
better.
I see. No, I respect that. That's really cool, and I'll make sure, if you want to put your handle out there, we'll put you out there. If not, we'll get folks to send their handle in that they, if you guys want to one day game with Spidey on here and play Black Ops 6, like, hey, make this happen. That'd be really cool.
I'm down.
So let's make
I'll
it
play with
happen.
anybody.
Let's make it happen. And like I said, so where do you see yourself in the next like 5 months or 6 months, half a year to a year from now? Where do you see yourself?
I'm not going to sound greedy.
No, it's okay.
So I have at least 300 followers right now.
That's awesome.
Which, thank you for the 300 that
And that's
follow
a
me.
blessing, guys.
I want to get to 1,000 before next year.
Okay.
Well, before 2026. What I see myself doing is like, everybody knows me, like this is what I do, and then they know my intentions. So they don't have to be like, why are you wearing a suit? It's not Halloween. Like, they already know my intentions. I mean, these 300 followers, they know what my intentions are to do for this community. So it's like in the moment, it gets tired explaining to myself. Not to be rude, but
no, I get you.
It's tired explaining to myself, like, this is my intentions. This is why I wear the suit. I mean, I do get a lot of judgmental and haters out there, but it doesn't stop me from what I'm doing.
And I wanted to ask you about that, not to cut you off or anything, but I wanted to ask, like, about the haters. So you've ever had any actual situations or dilemmas or drama or just arise because of you being Spider-Man?
A lot.
Really? Let's talk about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. Sunset Market was getting out the car when I walked. They were like, why are you wearing your Spider-Man suit? It's not even Halloween. It's like, I want to say November, first week in November. Halloween's over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just doing me, dog.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, they don't know because it looked like they were just leaving. They don't know that I just got like 20 plus pictures that night or made a little kid's day.
Yeah.
Made a little kid have a core memory. Something that some of us have not had as a child. So it's like, I want to give them that opportunity because at the same time, I barely had any childhood core memories. So I'm trying to share what I didn't have, if you know what I'm saying.
No, 100%, and I definitely can relate to you on that. I mean, I have a couple, but I spent most of my childhood, helping my pops out doing mechanics. So I was the firstborn child out of 4. So I was always busy helping dad out, working and working. And my siblings were out there, and they had the chance to go play in the streets, go have fun.
Yeah,
they did all that.
I'm the oldest brother out of 3.
Oh, see, okay.
I have no sisters. I'm the oldest child. My mom is the only female. My dad works freaking sometimes 18-hour days because he loves money. But I'm not gonna stop his grind.
No,
like he supports me as well. Now mention,
awesome.
He's like, why, man? I'm like, do you support me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay then.
Just trust the process. You gotta trust the process.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, and I see it could be a little questionable sometimes, and a little skeptical, like, is it really going to pop off? Am I really going to be able to take off? But you believe in yourself. That's all you got to do is continue to believe in yourself.
Exactly. The people that give up, most of the time, they usually hit big before they give up. So if I had to say one thing out, just don't give up on your dreams. Like, just keep grinding, because I promise you, things will come to your way. Just keep praying to God as well. Like, have faith.
No, amen to that, and that's 100%. Because yeah, the Lord will take you many places. For the folks that are believers, for the folks that are non-believers, give it a try one day. You never know. It'll get you far.
Yep.
It'll get you far, and it's true. And so wanted to also ask, do you have any favorite drinks, like any iced tea, sodas, or energy drinks, or coffees, or anything like that in general?
Nothing can go wrong with a Coke.
Okay,
Nothing can go wrong with a
which
Coke.
one? Just classic? You like the glass bottle? Because the ones in the glass bottle are
I like the
fire.
I like the glass bottle ones,
You can't go
especially the
wrong with
ones
that.
from Valerie's.
Ooh, there you go. A
Yep.
nice ice cold glass bottle of Coke. Ooh, It's fire right there. I agree 100%.
And if I had to choose like an alcoholic drink, it would have to be Smirnoff. Only because most of the time I get stuck as DD. So it's like, okay, I could drink something light,
Yeah.
sober up quickly, and then I could take wherever who wants to go where.
There you go. There you go. No, and it's important also to be, being a good DD as well out there. Like, folks really do depend on that. And for the audience out there, make sure you have a DD. If you don't have a DD, make sure you call Uber. There's Lyft. There's plenty of other services out there that can pick you up. If not, phone a friend. If not, phone a friend. Phone your mother, your father, auntie, uncle, somebody.
It's not worth drinking or driving.
100%.
It's not worth it. Because that's a DUI. That's somebody getting killed, or especially you getting killed and ruining your life. Like, it's not worth it.
It's not. And then I'll let the audience know. I've lost Marines. I've lost a sergeant one time. Actually, he was a staff sergeant at the time he got promoted back in 2016. He was walking home off the side of the road in North Carolina. He got hit by a drunk driver.
Wow.
And it was a hit and run. So yeah, like I said, guys, be careful. It's not worth out there. It's all right. Just call somebody. It's gonna be all right. Have a plan. My thing is just have a game plan for when you do this. And so wanted to ask, how was Halloween? What did you end up doing for Halloween?
So I didn't go out for Halloween this year because it was like I didn't know where to go this time. Like, everybody was just everywhere, and I couldn't find any good spots this year. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay in this Halloween. What I did before Halloween is like that should be good enough.
No, and that's awesome. No, and that's really cool. Did you end up handing out candy or anything, or you just stayed at home and just relaxed?
I just stayed at home and relaxed
there's nothing wrong with that.
with my fiance.
That's good, man. That's a blessing, because I did that. I was actually going to go out and trick or treat with my niece and nephews, but their father had plans with his cousins and stuff. So I was like, hey, if you guys are solid, you guys are good, then you guys are good. So I stayed home and gave out candy.
I will say last year's Halloween was better than this one.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Because I'm a people person. I don't know if anybody knows that. You clearly see I'm a people's person.
Yeah.
But I bought, I want to say, don't kill me, Dad. I bought like $100 worth of candy. And I went to the nearest children's hospital wearing this suit, and I delivered candy to the children.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man, Let's talk about that moment. How did you feel when you were doing that? Because I could only imagine the feeling you had inside you. It was just something like no other.
Yeah, there was a couple times I had to go to the bathroom real quick, take off the mask, and just wiping tears. Because it was like, damn, like, many kids are not having the same Halloween as the kids out here in Oceanside are. It's like, it breaks my heart.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, and I care for everybody, whether I know them or not, whether I talk to them or not.
Yeah.
Like, I still look at everybody as equal.
100%.
Even though we don't live in an equal world, which
True.
is sad, but I look at everybody as equal. So, literally, when I was there, I want to say I was there for like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Which I wasn't allowed to take photos or anything because it's hospital privacy, which I understood. But I still handed out $100 worth of candy.
That's awesome.
And I took a lot of pictures and stuff. And then I know one kid. One kid from there was like obsessed with Spider-Man, so I left the hospital real quick. I got him like a Spider-Man plushie, and I went to his hospital room last. Handed him the Spider-Man plushie and gave him the rest of the candy, which was I want to say like a basket's worth.
Yeah.
I was like, here you go. And he started crying. He started hugging me, and then I was like, oh, hold it in.
It's probably hard. It's really hard to compose yourself at that moment because it's like, that's when you really got to act like the hero there for them. And
At that moment, I felt like a hero because
No,
it's like
100%, man,
nobody
you
else
are.
would probably have the guts to do what I'm doing because they don't take criticism very well.
Mm-hmm.
The judgmental and hater people
Mhm.
get through their heads, and it's like I don't think they would be able to do it.
True, and I agree with you on that. Honestly, I really do because yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to do this, to be able to go past all these nasty little comments you hear on the street or people just looking at you all funny and stuff. It takes a lot to see past that, and and especially what you did for the kids there, especially what you did for that young man, that young boy, like forever changed his life, and he'll forever be happy with it. And it's a blessing that you were able to do that for somebody.
It was, and then
It is.
there's a number one question that many people ask me. It's like, why do you do what you do with the mask on?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I do what I do with the mask on is because people wouldn't remember me if I didn't have a mask.
True.
They wouldn't remember that moment where it's like, hey, this random guy gave you a Spider-Man plushie with candy on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
They would remember it as their favorite superhero, giving them a plushie with candy.
Yeah, 100%.
So it makes them easier to remember that, and then that's gonna stick into their heads. And then when they grow up to be a teenager, their mom or their father is gonna be like, hey, you remember when Spider-Man gave you this for Halloween?
So that's really cool, man. Honestly, and I'm very happy to hear what you're doing for Oceanside, and Oceanside's very thankful for what you're doing for them too as well. Either you hear from them or from us, from me. Keep it up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, to me, I don't see any change in what I'm doing, but at the same time, like the followers, the comments I get, it says different.
It does, and it shows.
So I just keep grinding, and then hoping one day that everybody here will know me.
100%, and honestly, having this opportunity to be on this podcast, because it's an upcoming podcast too. I just recently started not too long ago, and I told the fans. So it's great that the audience gets to see me grow. It's going to see you grow. Going to see the rest of the audience, the rest of the guests I've had on the show before. You guys are all going to see them grow, and it's really nice to see the music artists I've had, the comedians, and just different individuals from all corners of the world. And we're all going to grow and prosper. And that's the goal for this podcast, is to show the true talent of Oceanside, to show what Oceanside's really about.
Especially the OGs that have been with us since the start.
And big shout out to you guys for supporting him 100% of the way from the very beginning. And for all the new followers from Around the Loop podcast. And like I said, I'm going to put his link out in the bio there. You guys make sure you go give him a follow. Make sure you go give him a shout out. Say that, hey, you saw him through Around the Loop podcast. And, if you see him out on the street, don't be afraid to greet him. Don't be afraid to go get a picture with him, too.
I don't charge for pictures.
Ooh, there you go. Get him while they're free. But that's awesome, man. And like I said, so I wanted to ask, do you have any favorite movies? I know that's kind of an easy question, but let me have to ask.
The most recent movie I saw, which was years ago, that is still my favorite to this day, is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay.
Which, I'm sorry if you haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to spoil it.
Go for it.
All three Spider-Mans came in the one movie. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. It was like, I cried. I was emotional. Especially when Zendaya fell and Andrew Garfield caught her. It was like, oh, Gwen.
Yeah, that same moment. Exactly when he went to go try to save her and he shot his web and he her.
So many emotions. I was a baby.
Oh, man, I can imagine just having to relive that and see that again. You're just like, oh, man. It's a lot. Okay.
Like, I would still watch that movie to this day, and I'll still cry.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's honestly one of the most phenomenal movies. And I'm excited to see, more future movies coming out. Maybe a future collaboration with Venom out there. I've heard there might be a cameo with Tom Holland and the Venomverse. Who knows? Let's see that, because I want to see that.
I hope so.
So I wanted to ask you as well. Do you have, or let me ask, what notices have you changed, or what notices have you seen in society? Like, what changes have you noticed in society in like the past 6 months or to a year around here?
So 6 months ago till now, every time I go out on the street wearing this, they're like, oh, Spider-Man, I follow you on Instagram. I was like, oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. You want a picture? Yeah. And then I'll end up posting it. But of course, I ask permission first before I post, because I don't know how people think about their privacy.
No, 100%.
So that's why I tell them to just send it to me through Instagram. If you want me to post it. If not, then you can just have it.
100%.
I don't care. I don't take tips at all because that's your money.
Oh, 100%.
And
I get you.
I don't ask for cash because I was raised with think about other people first before you think about yourself.
I like that.
Which
I
is
really do.
Which is what I am doing because like I'm happy. I'm pretty
and that's
happy.
awesome.
Like, my life is together, so it's now my turn to give what I can give to the people of Oceanside.
That's true. Okay. And you know, I wanted to ask you, like, man, it's great. Is there? Let me ask before we start getting close to the end of the episode. But I wanted to ask you, a couple things. Like, is there any fun facts you want to share out to the folks of Around the Loop? For the folks that are, I'm not talking about everybody around the world. We have folks in Germany, Brazil, Singapore, Vietnam. We have folks in Canada, Mexico, all over from the west coast to the east coast of the U.S. Like, I am everywhere, and it's such a blessing. It's weird to just see it grow on the map, but I'm very, very thankful. I'm very thankful to the audience for you guys sharing my stuff out there, and for the ones that just randomly stumble upon it. It's a blessing you stuck around because I can see you guys checking out the episodes. So thank you. So is there anything you want to share with the audience out there? Any fun facts? Anything that you want to share?
For people wanting to know, I am Black and Puerto Rican.
Just in case somebody's gonna ask the question, they're like, "Is he? Yes.
I am Black and Puerto Rican. I have 6 tattoos.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
And another fact that I have not said until right now, I am myself a United States Marine.
Currently, right now.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you. Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, I'm very happy for what you're doing for the community, honestly.
Thank you. I try to tell people I'm not a Marine because I know some people like to criticize Marines of like, what is he doing? Yeah. Or like, he's going to get in trouble. That I try to mitigate saying that I'm a Marine. Not saying that I'm not proud of.
No, I understand.
I take lots of pride, but I'm trying to not give the Marine Corps a bad name.
No, 100%.
If I was to continue this. Even though my sergeant major, my colonel, my major, and my first sergeant, they know what I do. So they have support in me.
Wow, and that's a blessing. And shout out to your unit. Honestly, I'm not gonna put your unit on blast, but shout out to your unit for supporting you like that, because
thank you.
Having that support from the up folks up there, the higher command, it is very, very important. And it's a blessing that you're doing this, and you're serving your country. Not only you're serving your country, your community, you're doing all of it at once, man. That's a lot, and that's I'm very happy to hear that. So my question to ask you, are you almost done with your enlistment? Are you gonna re-enlist?
I just re-enlisted.
Really? Congratulations.
Last year,
really?
I got to my new unit this year, January.
So, where did you come from before, if you don't mind me asking?
I still came from Pendleton.
Okay.
I'm still on the same base, and that's actually where I met my fiance.
Really?
Yep.
She service too?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, I'm happy. Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool, man. And your second enlistment. Wow.
Yeah, I have until 2027, but from the looks of it, like I love this town. I might re-enlist for another 4 here. But if I don't happen to be here, then I'm gonna have to hang up the suit for a little bit.
Okay.
For a little bit.
I see.
And then, there's another thing I haven't said. If I do happen to get 10,000 followers before 2027, I'll do a face reveal.
All right, we're going to have to make that happen, folks, from around the loop and all corners of the world. Let's make that happen. Let's get him this 10,000 followers. Let's make that happen. And he'll do a face reveal for the whole world. And I know some of you guys are curious, so let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And, I wanted to ask you a little bit about your service. What do you do in the Corps?
I am also Motor T.
31 or 21?
I am a 31.
I was 31 too. I started off as 31.
Yep.
To this day, I kid you not. I'll even show this on tape. But to this day,
no way.
Bro, I still carry.
You still have your licenses.
All of it, dude. Oh, I'm missing like another card. I have another card with a couple other ones.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it's I still carry it to this day.
And then the funny part is my fiance is a 20. So
really,
what I like to say in front of her is, I brake truck, she fix truck.
Hey, there you go. I ended up doing that for a little bit. I started off as a 31, and then for my unit, we got so busy during phase mode and everything that the operators weren't really doing much. They weren't doing too much, and the mechanics were just swamped with work. So I took it upon myself to work with them, and it got to the point where they kind of just adopted me in there. And I was kind of one of them for a long shot. So it was cool. I was working on trucks, and if I wasn't working on the Humvees or 7 tons or whatever, I was out there driving, delivering, or doing the gas chambers or the hikes and everything, shit like that. So I did all that, or even the when we did like the night shooting stuff. So I did all that too. So
Oh,
it
wow.
was, that's awesome, man. I'm really glad that you're doing that for the community and for the Corps and stuff. And my advice to you is trouble comes your way very fast. It's just it's hard to stay out of trouble. It really is, and especially social media nowadays. There's a lot of cameras around. Yeah. Don't let nobody get to you. And like I said, you've had already your time. You've had your 4 years. Now you're doing. You're on your 4th year, going to your 5th already. Like, let me ask: is there going to be a maybe future recruiting Spider-Man or drill instructor Spider-Man? What are we looking at? Possibility, or are you looking to go security forces, MSG?
That I have not thought about.
Because that time will come.
I tried to avoid it only because
Yeah.
I feel like I just started with this community.
You're like, give me some time.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to leave anytime soon, especially the beautiful people like this. Because like I don't want them to be like, "We're Spider-Man." Especially shouting you out, Kareem, eating Oceanside.
There you go.
I look to him as my mentor.
Mhm.
He is part of the reason why I do what I do, because he also does the same thing, but for food.
I'm gonna have to actually reach out to him as well. You're next, sir, because I'm gonna reach out to you. So hopefully, you agree to do an episode of Around the Loop, and we can get you on there. How's it going? How's it going? And yeah, just to let you guys know, we have a live audience out here, so there are folks just all over the place. And so that's awesome that you're doing that. And okay, so what's your favorite vehicle to drive, if you had to pick one?
If I had to pick, it's like dream car,
Or yeah, let's talk about dream car. What's your dream car that you
MK4 Supra.
really? Okay.
And then my fiance's is a R34 Nissan Skyline.
Really? Have you guys right-hand drive, or are you gonna do
Right.
American?
Definitely right hand.
Okay. Ooh,
Definitely right
Look at you. Okay. Color preference or anything?
For me,
Yeah.
black with red.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
And then for her,
hmm
she's talk about blue, but maybe blacked out.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really cool. Honestly, man, that's awesome. Wow. Okay. And then for for the Marine Corps side, I mean, any favorite vehicle you like to drive out there? I know there's not too many that are super great, but do you have a preference?
JLTV.
Okay. Look at you. I didn't get the opportunity to drive that yet. No, not yet.
I love them. I'll send them.
All right. That's awesome, man. And like I say, thank you for your service, honestly. And like, wow. I would have never known. I would have never known that.
Threw you
this
off a little
happened.
bit. Didn't
Yeah, well, it threw both of us off at the same time. It's wild. But, like I said, I'm very, very grateful for you doing that and for you serving this community as well. And Oceanside is very thankful for having you around too. And like, wish you, I can't wait to see what's in store for you. And my fans out there are going to give you a follow. I hope that they reach out to you and give you a like and a follow. And if you guys see him out there, make sure you guys give him a follow. I'll put the link in the bio. And so I had 2 questions before we come to an end for this episode.
Of course.
So I wanted to ask, if you had a message for yourself, if you were to see yourself right here in front of you, a little version of yourself, what would you tell that younger version of yourself?
Stop being a brat.
Okay.
But
Hey, I like that.
also, don't give up on your hopes and dreams, because you're just that close
Mhm.
to earning mounts and mounts of success.
There we go. All right. And then final question as we get final question. If you had one message for the world, or your message to the world, what would it be?
It doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't matter if you talk to them.
Mhm.
If you hate them or anything, still check on each other.
100%.
Still spread the happiness, the love, the joy everywhere. Because I promise you, if we were to do that every day, if one person was to do that for each person every day, it would be an almost perfect world. But
Good.
at least people would live in harmony and in peace.
I agree. No, I agree, and I appreciate you sharing that message. And it's true. Make sure you old saying, AT&T, reach out and touch somebody, man, and reach out, call your friend, call your loved one, call your other one. It's just a simplicity of just picking up your phone, making that call, or picking up your phone, making that call, however you hold your phone. I don't know. But make sure you reach your friends, your loved ones, and out there, because you never know what that other individual is going through, or you yourself. You never know. You're gonna get that phone call that'll just change your day. It'll brighten your day, and I hope that's what the news you get, not gonna make your day worse. So, do you have any final things you want to say to the folks of Around the Loop and then the folks of Oceanside?
I will be there for Sunset Market.
Okay.
For the Christmas bash.
There we go.
Whenever that is.
Yes, sir.
And then, sorry that I haven't been out and about recently. Just life took a recent turn, so I'm just trying to work on that. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. I'm way happy. I'm just taking care of the minor things before I just go back out and worry about y'all. Because right now it's family over people of Oceanside, and family comes first always.
That's true. 100%. I agree. So, like I said, thank you very much for being on today's episode of Around the Loop. And especially, I don't really have too many actual videos out there. So I'm on my works. Like I promised the audience I was going to give you guys videos and stuff. And like I said, I'm delivering. And look, we even have live audience right now that are checking us out. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
And, like I said, thank you so much for being on today's episode. And I can't wait to have you on more episodes to come and, just check up on you and see how you're doing.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate the opportunity of sharing my voice out to Oceanside so everybody can know and can be on the same page of what my true intention of this beautiful town is.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
So welcome, guys, to another episode of Around the Loop. Very, very